Mayweather.
What up, Joe?
Champ, let me tell you something, man. I love you.
I love you. You know, you my family. We've been rocking since day one.
Champ, I love you. We've been doing this forever. Even when I had the smoke with 50 Cent and you was with him, I see you and you say, Joe.
I ain't got nothing to do with that.
None.
I said it's still always love.
It's always love. You would show up at my party still. You were always, you just was neutral. And I always respected you for that. I respect you for everything. You know what I'm saying? Champ, you spend a lot of money. We see you with millions. We see you with watches. We see you with jewelry. We see you with this. We see you with that.
Yeah.
They always say the money gonna run out.
Well, I look at it like this. You know, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. You know, I don't try to monitor what nobody else is doing. I don't try to monitor how no one else live. You know, it's crazy that people want to see you get to a certain point, but then people want to see you fail. You know, people want to see you with a lot. I mean, in the beginning, they want to see you climb to fame. They want to see you become legendary. They want to see you become. They want to see you do iconic things. Then eventually, they want to see you fail, and it hurts the most when it's your own people. You know, when your own people act like they support you, but want to see you fail and want to see you fall. I've worked extremely hard to get to where I'm at. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of my accomplishments.
That's right.
And only thing I can do as a person is become a better person each and every day for myself. You know, and it's all about self-preservation. Let me live the way I want to live. That's what I say.
You live excellent.
You know,
you
it's crazy. It's crazy, Joe, that in our society, I surpassed the American dream. And I'm a black man. I surpassed the American dream. And our youth and our young youth are taught, the young youth in today's time is taught to glorify drug dealers. Whereas I beat all odds and I beat the system and I got to where I got to, not having to resort to doing anything illegal, because my dad took those illegal chances and he did it for his family. And what happened to my dad? My dad ended up getting incarcerated. He done time. And with the skills that my dad taught me, I told my dad that when you come home, everything will be okay, and you still will be able to live the same life. Actually, you'll be able to live a better life. So what happened was my dad left me when I was 16. He came back into my life at 21, and I gave my dad a great life. So even like right now, Joe, I want to tell you the truth. I made a lot of smart investments. And
talk to me about that, because they think that Money Mayweather don't know and he don't invest. Can you please elaborate?
But Joe,
last time I was with you in Dubai, you showed me a building, a skyscraper in New York.
I know, Joe. But my thing is this, Joe. My thing is this. You see the end. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. So I like to show the end results. I mean, I don't have to. Everything is not for everybody. Since Money Mayweather don't know a lot, and you know, quote unquote, what everyone likes to say, why would I give my remedy on how to invest? So everything isn't for everybody. So what I do is for me and my loved ones. So what I will continue to do is create generational wealth for my nephew, my nieces, and my children.
Let me ask you a question, Mayweather, because you know, it's so much to talk to you about, but you brought up Pops. It seemed to me like maybe you were upset when he was training De La Hoya. Is that true, or you could care less? You was happy he had a job?
No, absolutely not. You know, it's crazy. The other day, you know, I think, you know, it's all about giving back to our people. Meaning, when I say our people, meaning meaning if you're Spanish, you black, giving back. So I was working with, you know, I got a fighter, one of the best fighters out there today. Javante Tank Davis.
Right.
You know, I got it when he was young. I put him in a position. Now he's 3-time world champion. And it's another little kid that came up in my gym, that grew up in my gym, Devin Haney. So he's with another promotional company, but he's still a young black kid that's trying to become the next Floyd Mayweather or surpass Floyd Mayweather. So with me giving him pointers, once again, you got the media, those other people saying, want me to bump heads with these young kids, and I'm not going to do that. There's no different from when my dad was training Oscar De La Hoya. I never cared. You know why? Because I know that my skills were second to none. If my dad was not with me and he still was able to get a check and make great money, I'm proud of my dad. And I'm not like that. I'm not one that's selfish. I'm not one that's jealous. If my dad is in a position to keep getting money, and he's one of the best trainers, if he's able to keep getting money, absolutely. I can't be jealous of Oscar De La Hoya when I know for a fact my pay-per-view numbers is the best out of any fighters in history. I've done the biggest numbers at the gates. And we can go on and on. And it's not knocking Oscar, but by far, if you name any fighter from the past, at the present time, right now, no fighter has done what Floyd Mayweather has done.
Floyd Mayweather, fun fact, fun question. You can answer it or you don't have to.
Yeah.
They just announced Tyson is fighting Roy Jones.
Uh-huh.
Who's your horse in the fight? Who you think got this one?
I think that we seem to forget about who's the pioneer of making exhibition bouts huge.
I know, money.
So Joe, a lot of times we forget about certain things. Even back in the 90s, when I was wearing, you know, crazy pieces that was crazy money back then. You know, and you was rocking, P. Diddy was rocking, Jay-Z was rocking, but in the sports world, Floyd Mayweather was rocking, and I still was a part of the hip hop community.
That's right, you still are. So Mike Tyson or Roy Jones, who you think will win now in that exhibition fight?
I mean, I think that it's gonna be very interesting. You know, I'm not here to say Tyson's gonna win. I'm not here to say Roy's gonna win.
Are you gonna watch it?
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be entertaining. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna watch it. Absolutely. I don't know if I can go because I don't think it's gonna be any audience at that particular time. But may the best man win.
Champ, let me ask you something. And this is a funny. Do you have 20 wives, Champ? 20?
Who?
20 wives. Like wives.
No, man. I'm just like I said.
You got a bunch of friends or something, Champ? Because every time I see you, you're the envy of all men. I mean, you come in, and shit look like you from Saudi Arabia. I'm keeping it real. One time I'm watching Instagram, I open this shit up in the morning, you getting a massage and it's 20 chicks twerking on. I said, he is the fucking man. Like, yo.
Well, I just, my thing is this. Only God can judge me, Joe.
That's right.
You only got one life.
That's right.
No matter what, the thing is this, no matter what, even like you, Joe, no matter what you do, it's never good enough.
It's a fact.
It's never good enough for people in general. Mm-hmm. You can give a person a shirt off your back. They're going to be like, well, I want your pants too. You give them your pants, they're going to be like, I want your shoes. You know, if you give them a car, they're like, I want your house. If you give them your shoes, they'll be like, if you give them a car, they're going to be like, well, I want the house too.
That is a fact.
But guess what?
Mayweather.
The thing is this. Even if you give it to them, they'll lose it all. You know why? Because they're not you. They have to be able to maintain it. They don't have the same hustle. They have to have the same hustle you got. They have to have the same drive you got. So
let me tell you something. We came up from nothing. And before I rap, I used to hustle. And I used to make a lot of money in them streets. And we had a crew. And they all thought they made money like me or they all was with me. When I rapped, I retired like it was a movie. Like I left the game. I actually took a pay cut, so I didn't want to go to jail for like, but I gave it to these guys who kept telling me that, you know, they the shit. They lost it all in less than 6 months. They turned into bums and started selling their cars, and they turned into bums. They, you know, and they don't know how to get money. People who know how to get money are going to get money regardless.
And, you know, Joe, you know what's crazy is this. So when you look at a certain situation, when you talked about what people are talking about, okay, for starters, more people need to worry about their own financial stability and worry about themselves. Where when we look, we say the Waltons that owns Walgreens and Walmarts, they still can make money. Warren Buffett is I think in his 90s. He owned American Express and Coca-Cola. He can still make money. Okay? Bill Gates can still make money. So now, with me doing, if I go out and do some little exhibition or I do some different little promotions, it's like, oh, Mayweather don't got this, he don't got that. Listen, stop worrying about what I got.
Oh, no. I don't work like that. Me, where I live, you gotta be rich.
I'm not talking about you, Joe.
I know. But I was gonna explain to these people. Where I live, you gotta be rich to live there. You cannot front, right? The houses, the people, and these people look at me like, oh, that's the rapper Fat Joe. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck they do for a living to pay them bills. At least you know I rap. You know, I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to make sure my family's good, as long as I'm not hurting nobody, I'm not robbing nobody, and I'm righteous. So I agree with you, 1,000,000%. You could do whatever the hell you want to do.
I mean, and my thing is, if I can spar, like even like right now, when I do exhibitions, you know, with the exhibitions I do, I get between, I mean, I can make between 10 and 70 million. Just doing an exhibition, not a real fight, just some legal. I mean, a little sparring, little legal sparring. That's it. A little fun sparring.
Tell you something, Floyd. My numbers ain't like that, but let me tell you something. I remember when we was younger, we had jokes like "you 40 and rapping," and as long as they gonna give me 150,000 for a half an hour to perform, I'm gonna go take it on the stage. I gotta go get it. I don't care what y'all talking about.
And just like this, when I go to different countries, just to shake a hand, I mean, if I could pick up a million, even sometimes they got like 250. If I could pick up 250,000 just to shake a hand, I got to do it.
Yo, Floyd, I was in Dubai with you. They opened up a store and gave us the whole store for free.
Yeah, they did.
We never paid $1. I went with you. They don't do that for me. I went with you. We took the whole fucking store for free.
Yeah.
It's for free.
Yeah. So, Joe, I still, you know, I just don't do a lot of, you know, far as like, I don't show everybody everything. Joe, do I still got my $52 million house in Beverly Hills? Absolutely. The house I'm in right now, the big boy mansion, do I still got it? Absolutely. But guess what? I built a palace. I built my palace is over 30,000 square feet. You know, I built that a couple years ago, and that got 3 kitchens, 5 laundry rooms, probably like 17 bathrooms, 12 bedrooms. So, you know, I still got 100.
Is it safe to say, yo, Floyd, is it safe to say that's the most expensive gift you bought yourself?
Well, I think my most expensive gift is probably my Beverly Hills house. But you know, they say it's about working smarter, not harder. So you know, I still got the Beverly Hills house, and they wanted 52 for it, but you know, I worked it and got it. And I still, you know, I got the palace. I still got my house. Still got all my houses in Miami. Still got all my property in New York. So like I said before, I was smart with my money.
I know we've been very on an up note. I know recently Uncle Roger passed and baby mama passed.
Yes.
And may they rest in peace. How
my pilot on here. One of my pilots.
one of your pilots from the plane?
AJ.
That's that cool shit right there, Floyd.
Yeah.
Where you can say your pilot is in this motherfucker. Let me tell you something. Floyd, I know it's been hard. Are you okay and everything? We're dealing with this? Because I went through depression when my sister passed and Pawn and have you been able to like, because I know these are both two important people to you. Really, really important people to you.
Well, the thing is this. My children's mother. We got one daughter and two boys. We knew each other 24 years. And even like within our relationship, you heard so many different things. Whereas my thing is always don't judge me for hearsay. Judge me for what you see. And as far as my feelings for her, loved her unconditional.
I know I've been around you and her. No matter what.
No matter what. No matter.
She love you to death too.
Yes.
I'm there. I've been there.
Yeah. So, we go through ups and downs in life, and I will always love her. And she gave me three. We gave each other 3 gifts, which was the children. Those were blessings from God, and may she rest in peace. I will always love her, and I truly believe we'll meet again. And as far as with my Uncle Roger,
he was the man.
Brother, uncle, father figure, everything wrapped in one. Cool dude. Actually we fought professional because I was a pro so long. We fought professional at the same time. So
let me tell you something. I saw a fight. I don't know what the fight was, and I'm gonna keep it real with you, champ. You was almost losing. I'm gonna keep it real with you. It was like around, well, it wasn't the normal Floyd Mayweather. It was around the 6th round. You switched up your whole style in that fight, and you whipped him. Right? I forget who it was. And at that point, I knew your IQ was so incredible in boxing because you figured out this guy he was on, and you figured it out. And I said to myself, Floyd Mayweather how much tape you've seen of champions in boxing? Because I seen you fight a whole nother fight you never fought in your life, and that was it. You figured him out. How much your father, your uncle, how much videos they showed you when you was a little kid to prepare you for a moment like that?
Well, throughout my career, just from the beginning, when I was a small from day one, all I did was eat, sleep, and drink boxing. Love boxing. Watched every legendary champion that paved the way for me to be where I'm at. And like I said before, they did it their way, I did it my way. But did I study a lot of fighters? Absolutely. I love the sport. I love the art. And once I turned professional, it was no looking back. I knew I didn't have to study any film of any fighter because I knew that I was going to be TBE once I retired from the sport.
Who was your toughest fight, would you say?
We
know you beat them all. Who was your toughest? Who you fought that you said?
But hey Joe, I'm gonna answer this 2 different ways, okay? Because somebody asked me that question the other day, and I said to myself, "Do it really matter who was the toughest? All the results was the same."
No, all of it. I know you beat them, but who was you fighting? And you was like, "Holy shit, I didn't know."
But Joe, I gotta ask you a question, Joe. Now, This like you saying you can go to an arena overseas or anywhere. You can have 100,000, but then you can perform for 10 people. If the money is the same, it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't really matter. But
Okay. So if you want to ask me, I'm gonna say this kid who had a lot of losses, named Emmanuel Augustus, this black fighter, real tough, gritty, tough guy, came to fight, and he brought the smoke.
I know people try to say you don't fight the toughest. I know the guy, Gennaro Hernandez, when you fought him very young, he was the hardest hitting fighter in boxing, and you killed him for the belt.
You actually, it's crazy because when I was 16, I had a poster on my wall, because you remember when we was young, we used to hang posters on our wall.
Yeah.
You know, the young kids
Right
don't do that
on,
no more.
Heavy D. I had Heavy D.
Yeah. So
Muhammad Ali, everybody.
I had a poster right above my head, Gennaro Chicanito Hernandez, and I used to watch him on TV fight, and I said nobody will beat that guy. I was 16. I could have been like 16, 15. 5 years later, I was across from that guy fighting for the championship. And then
that's unreal.
He ended up passing away. I
God
ended up taking care of his funeral, and still, communicating with his family.
Wow.
Because he's the first guy that gave me my chance. When I was ranked number 8, and he was the world champion, and he didn't have to give me a shot, but fighting me was at that particular time was his big money fight. So we made it happen.
That's how I feel, Mayweather. I had KRS yesterday. He's my idol. And I told him about a time when I wasn't doing so good. And he came to me and said, Joe, I know you ain't doing good. Come with me on tour. You could do Flow, Joe. You hype me up and I'll throw you a couple of bucks. And I'm forever in debt to him 20-something years later. I love him because he gave me a chance. You know what I mean? He helped me feed my family when I needed it. I'm the same way. I was at the Arturo Gatti fight.
I seen you.
Everybody thought you would run. And you brought the noise. And I love Arturo Gatti as a fighter. Rest in peace.
May he rest in peace.
Everybody thought you was going to run, and you brought the noise.
A lot of these guys that, a lot of my big fights, a lot of these guys passed away. So,
Diego
that's
Corrales,
why
I was another fan of Diego.
Yes, that's why if you notice, you never see me post a fight on none of my social media pages of me and Arturo Gatti, me and Diego Corrales, or me and Gennaro Chicanito Hernandez. There's respect to their family members, to their kids. I just don't do it.
I know, but I was there, and it was a real. Man, let's put it this way: a lot of Italians lost a lot of money that night.
I know.
They bet the fucking house. They bet everything. Because Arturo, he was a tough guy, and you came in there and you went to work. I love Arturo Gatti. I love Diego Corrales. I love them as fighters. They were really good fighters. You always give the illusion of living the lifestyle, hanging out in the club, having a great time. But I have never seen you sip a glass of liquor in my life. I watch you in the club buy 100 bottles, but you don't sip that. Tell these younger fighters, because they all watching, how important it is to take care of your body, to not drink, to not abuse your body. If you want to be champ, become champ and stay champ in the game.
You can't just live it for a few months or a few weeks. This boxing really is really a lifestyle, period. And I just truly believe in sacrificing. You got to make certain sacrifices, and it will pay off. I'm where I'm at because I made sacrifices. Everything ain't for everybody, like we talked about. And that's why I'm still living a great life, and that's why I'm still basically in a fight game. And, as far as with Mayweather Promotions as well as PBC. I think we're working with, right now we have somewhere upwards of between 200 and 300 fighters.
How's Yaya doing? You got me to do her Sweet 16. Was it her
Thank you. Yeah. Actually, a lot of people don't know that that you done the Sweet 16 birthday party. You always showed up. You always supported me. And people don't know, Joe, me and you always had a great relationship.
I love you.
And I love you too, because
it's unspoken.
It's always been nothing but respect. Even like I said before, when you have problems with other people, when you see each other, it was nothing but respect and the feeling.
Will you ever, let me ask you something, will you ever get along with 50 again? Because I be thinking it's like, it's really, I think is it just entertainment?
Well, my thing really is this, Joe. You can't hang out with me every day for years. Then all of a sudden, if I don't give you half of my company, now it's, oh, you're dumb and you're stupid and you can't do this and you can't do that. But if I can't do all these things, why are you hanging around me? That's all I'm trying to ask. If I'm such a person that don't know certain things and I'm not that sharp, why you want to be around me every day?
You know, I love seeing,
because my thing is this, and this is the truth, and I come on record and say this. Right now, today, I don't know what nobody else can do, but I can sit in my house and I don't have to do nothing else for the rest of my life, and I still would collect. I would collect money every week until the casket closed.
I can't do that. No, I don't give a fuck. I ain't fronting for nobody. I can't do that.
But Joe, you know what I did, Joe? The reason why I can do that, Joe, is because guess what? When I got around certain individuals, those certain individuals who had it, when I got with those Jewish guys and I got with those white guys, I didn't say, you know what? Oh man, let me ride on your plane. No, if you guys say that I'm your friend and you guys really feel like, yo, don't use me just for my clout. Yo, I want to know the same thing that you did with your money. You know what I'm saying? So you built generational wealth. I want to do the same thing you did. Now show me. Because there's only 3 ways you can learn: hearing, seeing, and physically doing hands-on. And I can learn all 3 different ways. So once they showed me, it started off back in the day. My first investment that I did years ago, I started off with $5 million. Then that $5 million went to 9 figures. So what I'm gonna do once this pandemic and everything slow down, I'm gonna go and invest some more. And just to everybody that's watching this and that's watching in, everybody should own a piece of the earth. You know, everybody should own a piece of the earth. We do it. What we do is
hold up. This whole show been incredible, but this is what we call a Jopra moment. Something that has never been heard before. Money Mayweather says everyone should own a piece of the earth. Can you continue? Can you elaborate on this?
That's no different from these young rappers, right? As soon as they get their check, the first thing they do is they go to these jewelers, right? And then when they got their career, everything's going great, everything. But when their career start going downhill and everything slows down, because there's always gonna be a new artist, then they got to sell the jewelry back to the jeweler. Now he may bought the chain for $100,000, but when he give it back to the jeweler, he only getting $40,000. So he lost $60,000 right there. When he could have took that $60,000 and he could have put that as a down payment
on earth.
No, on a foreclosure. He got a foreclosure. So you go out, everybody think everybody want to be, oh, I got to be in LA. I got to be friends with all the celebrities and all that. I don't need all that. Because guess what? I got to where I got to, believing in me, not having no friends. So
and that's what it takes for any winner to believe in themselves. Not even rap, not even boxing, not even just when you growing up, just you gotta believe in yourself no matter what. You know what I mean? And if you want to survive, you want to win, you must believe in yourself. That is very important.
And so the thing is this. A lot of times, like initially, when somebody go buy a house, like you go buy a house in Beverly Hills, and people initially, yeah, a person can get the house, but they can't maintain it because the taxes. You got to pay. The taxes is crazy. So, like with me, like I said before, you know, when you surround yourself, what makes me so smart as well as intelligent, when it's things that I don't know, I'm going to hire a person around me that does know. So, and that person has to have a lot of experience at what they're doing also. You know what I'm saying? So you go through some, you know, you go through ups and downs. And, you know, as far as like what my real estate portfolio is crazy. You know, my house in Miami, since I've been retired. You know, I just bought a $22 million house in Miami while I'm retired. So, like I said before, I got intangible income. And so when you're dealing with true businessmen, you're going to always
Has this guy Al Heyman helped you a lot in like guiding you like the, because I know you.
That's my father.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Everybody talks so incredible about Al Heyman. Can you tell me about this guy, man? Because they say beautiful things about this guy.
Well, if nobody don't know, everybody know he's the original, because I gave him this name years ago. You know, that's the original Ghost. I gave him that name years ago. So what happened was this: he plays chess, and he don't like to be seen. He played the background, but he's unbelievable, unreal. I mean, anything that you want to do, I don't care what it is. So when Al stopped doing, Al was just dealing with because he was doing concerts. He was doing concerts back in the late 70s, and driving Rolls Royces in 1980. So what happened was he done deals with Budweiser. He done the biggest deals. He done some of the biggest
Superfests and all that.
Budweiser, Superfest, Michael Jackson. I mean, the list goes on and on. But at one point, he had stopped dealing with rap music. But then when he got with me, I said, you know what? We could do the Lil Wayne I Am Money tour. We done that tour. So a lot of tours that Al do, I'm still involved. So it's a lot of things that goes on in music still right now that I'm involved in, and a lot of other businesses that I own, a lot of buildings and different things that I own that I don't even talk about. So even like when,
well, you know what, Floyd, you know what? I know you too humble, and I know you take care of a lot of people. I do know that you paid for George Floyd's funeral.
Yes.
And why did you feel like you had to do that? And what made you feel like I got to represent for this man and his family?
Well, for number one, his name is Floyd. I mean, he got Floyd in his name. That's just for starters. But actually, man, because they say actions speak louder than words. So everybody always getting out there, oh, this. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be a professional, because a lot of businesses that got tore up are businesses that I own. But I don't speak on that. You know, we live and we learn. And my thing is this: the thing is, we doing a lot of talking, but like I said, it's all about actions. You know, you got artists, different artists out there talking about, a lot of artists, and it's no disrespect to no artists. You got artists that say, kill us, kill us Nigga, kill us Nigga. But then you'll say that on your song, But then you say, but then when they doing it, then it's more like, it's like an oxymoron, because you got these young kids, they listen to what y'all saying, they going out there doing what y'all say do. So we got to really be careful with what we say in this music nowadays, because these kids follow what these artists say. And what I would say to the young generation is, let your mother and your father, if they're doing something positive, I mean, let your mother and your father be your role models.
That's right.
Yeah, and because the music, you know, music is art. You know, music is art. So
it's entertainment. You know, I personally feel like it's entertainment. Don't live your life beyond the music, but I feel like we have freedom of speech and we can say whatever we want. But I get what you're saying. A lot of people are small-minded and they might follow the wrong message. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right. But
my thing is this: I love the hip hop world, and I want to live. Hip hop is gonna live on, and I love it, and I will continue to support all the hip hop artists out there. I want to see them do good, because the hip hop world.
Would you ever fight Conor McGregor again? Is that the biggest pay? I know you're the biggest paid guy, but is that the biggest attraction? If Floyd Mayweather says, I'll fight anybody, what would be the biggest shit in the world?
Well, I'm a businessman now. You know, I already proved years and years ago that I was the best, period. I'm talking about pound for pound. I already proved all that. So at my age now, I'm a businessman. So I'm not going to be out there competing and fighting guys that only got a small city behind them. Like, you know, you got a lot of American fighters good, but they got little cities behind them. I'm going to fight guys that got a whole country behind them. So I know I can demand and get what I want to get.
So that's Pacquiao?
He don't, listen, I made more with McGregor.
Let me ask you a question.
Listen,
Pacquiao
guess what?
Everybody, hold on.
Hold up. Once again, my faculties and everything that I got comes first. We just talked about your health is your wealth.
That's right.
You know, and that's why I got this towel on. I was working out today. Now, Pacquiao fight because he have to.
I know that.
Once again, I fight if I want to. So there's a difference.
The question is, let me go back to this because it's real important. And I'm only going to big you up with this. I've always wondered, and everybody always said, why Floyd ain't fight Pacquiao at his prime, why they wasn't in both their prime. I've always heard a rumor that you just didn't want to get no money. You didn't want to give no money to Bob or Aaron. I heard he tried to take advantage of you allegedly when you was younger, and you worked your way out that contract, and then you became your own boss from there on and wound up becoming the billionaire that we know. Could you elaborate? Was that the main reason why you didn't fight Pacquiao at your prime at the same time?
Well, y'all, we keep on saying at our prime. I'm older than Pacquiao by 2 years. So we keep on saying in your prime. So when I beat Pacquiao, they say he wasn't in his prime. I'm older than you. And then when I fought Oscar De La Hoya, they said about me and Pacquiao, me and Oscar, we both was in our 30s. So they keep on, like, no matter what happens in this, it's never good enough for anyone.
I get it.
So as long as I'm happy, that's what's important. And what happened with the fight was this. Remember, I was a pioneer of random blood in your intestine for all athletes, so we all can be on an even playing field.
That's right.
I feel like everybody should be on an even playing field. We all should be equal.
That's right.
No matter, and that's the same thing that our people is fighting for right now. Meaning that we just want to be treated like everybody else. Don't judge me for the color of my skin, because I'm not judging you for the color of your skin.
That's right.
That's right. And it works just like this. When Conor McGregor said disrespectful stuff talk about Dance Boy. And called us monkeys, said Dance Boy. Nobody got behind Floyd Mayweather. You know, this is so crazy. Like I said before, either and when it's racism amongst blacks, it's called colorism. So it's racism amongst our people.
Of course.
Right now.
Everywhere.
So,
if you watch Spanish
day,
TV, they only got blonde hair, blue-eyed people on Univision right now.
But
it's
what I'm going to
do with every race.
That's why every day when I get up, I'm happy because you know what? I did it for myself and I did it for my children. And I made sacrifices.
Hey, you think Don King got IG?
You said who?
You think Don King has IG?
Instagram?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm fucking with you, chat. I'm fucking with you. Yeah.
I mean, in today's time, you just don't know.
You just don't know. Let me tell you, champ, your top 5 GOAT rappers of all time. We need that here, and you can't skate. You can't dance. You can't do the shoulder roll. Besides Fat Joe, who's your top 5 rappers of all time?
Well, do rap? Do we get to put rap groups in there?
Yeah, you could. You could put a rap group.
My thing is this. Well, Run DMC has to go on everybody's list. You know why? Run DMC has to go on everybody's list.
KRS said that yesterday.
Huh?
He got Run DMC in his top 5.
You got to have Run DMC. Are we talking about who shook the game up?
Now, who you think is top 5 GOAT? The MJ, the fucking Floyd Mayweather of rap.
Man, you put me in a tough predicament, man.
Yeah, but you know this ain't a popularity thing.
I gotta go Notorious B.I.G.
That's right.
I gotta go Notorious B.I.G. And then you got on the West Coast, that whole NWA made that, because you gotta go like, so I'm gonna go NWA. I don't want to, but you got to add Snoop into that NWA.
You messing up. Yeah. Listen, you jerking me, man. Floyd,
I can't.
You caught. That's 5 more guys, man. Like,
no, it's not, because NWA is a group.
Yeah, you always make the rules. So you got Run DMC, you got Biggie, and you got NWA.
I gotta have NWA because you.
Oh no. And NWA is the greatest group of all time.
Man, because they made that West. But you know what?
They're the greatest group of all time.
You know who don't really get props though? You know who really don't get props? Who's been independent from day one? We don't ever get independent artists props. So I'm gonna have to give people like Too Short some props, because you know why? Because he's been independent from, but I'm talking about
since '88.
He's been independent since '88. So we don't talk about stuff like that. I mean, that's like he was on some Floyd Mayweather stuff.
No, he's still chilling. He can't. I hung out with him a couple of months ago before the COVID. He's still too short. Like,
and then down in Florida we got, it's so many down, because you know 2 Live Crew made it music big down in Florida. I mean, I can't, man. You put me in a tough predicament.
You got 4. You got Run DMC. You got NWA. You got Biggie. You got Too Short. Give me one more.
Oh man, I gotta go Lil Wayne.
I agree.
You can't. That boy's something special.
Oh no, he's beyond special.
That boy's something special.
He beyond special, and they get mad at me because I always say he influenced this whole generation.
Man,
But
that
when
man,
I say that, they get mad at me like I'm hating. But I'm like, yo, Lil Wayne is single-handedly the blueprint.
Well, in today's time with the artists need to be able to make their hook first, and then you make your song off the hook. They make songs that don't have nothing to do with the hook.
Now you thought that was hard, right? So you said Lil Wayne,
they're all over the place.
Too Short, Run DMC, and NWA. I let you cheat on too. But listen, I'm gonna make it harder. Who are the 5 greatest boxers of all time? No shoulder roll. Yo, Floyd, I heard people in the background. Your crew was like, "Oh my God, no shoulder." Hey, Floyd, yo, Floyd, none of this shit right here.
Well, you know,
no shoulder roll. Who's the 5 greatest boxers of all time?
We gonna have to go.
We gonna have to go Money Mayweather. Hey, let's go 4 more.
We gotta go. Okay, we go Money Man. We gotta go. Pernell Whitaker.
Ooh, Sweet Pete. Sweet Pete was amazing, man.
We gotta go Pernell Whitaker.
Nah, Sweet Pete was top. Nah, Sweet Pete real, boy.
Pernell Whitaker.
Fuck that. I'm with you.
I'm gonna go Pernell Whitaker. I'm gonna go Roberto Duran.
Ooh, yes.
I'm gonna go Pernell Whitaker. Roberto Duran. Man, you put me on top of predicament.
Gotta hear it.
Far as with the heavyweights, man.
Tell them no hits. Tell the crew no hits. No hits.
No hits.
I want the pure Floyd Mayweather top 5. I don't want nobody giving no ad-libs and shit.
Okay, I know I got
Money Mayweather, you got Duran, and you got Sweet Pete. You got 2 more. Give me a heavyweight.
If we gonna go heavyweights, I'm being honest. I got to go Larry Holmes.
Ooh, that was a good one. Larry Holmes. Now, I don't take Larry over Tyson. I don't take Larry over Lennox. I'm just keeping it real.
But do you want me to give you the breakdown?
I mean, give me the breakdown, because I got to understand this one. And Larry Holmes is a living legend. I grew up watching him. Because
Larry Holmes beat everybody in this era. When Larry Holmes got beat by Mike Tyson, he got beat by a young hungry champion, and he came out of years of retirement and got beat by Tyson.
What was the Foreman grill? He came back 50 years old and busted on my homeboy's ass.
Who?
Your man that was nice with the left. George Foreman came like 50 years old.
No, he knocked out a guy that went up. He knocked out a light heavyweight. He went nice up to heavyweight. Michael Moore.
Michael Moore was nice,
but he never really had no chin.
But George Foreman fought in Thriller, Manila, and came back an old man.
But listen, in heavyweight is a little different from the smaller guys.
Yeah, because you just, as long as you got that punch.
And he got dynamite in his gloves. But I gotta give it. I gotta say Larry Holmes.
So you say Larry Holmes. Why you break down Larry Holmes?
That man had the basic fundamentals. He had the jab. And even right now, he's still living a great life because he made smart investments. So he was good from the beginning of his career to the end of his career. So this man, and then Larry Holmes came back and beat a lot of young guys too. Even though Tyson got him, he beat Ray Mercer. He beat a young Ray Mercer.
Remember Ray Mercer? He hit hard as a motherfucker.
Yes.
What was his nickname? Ray Boom Boom Mercy.
Merciless.
The merciless one. Yo. Hey, yo. Yo, Ray Mercer. That motherfucker hit hard, boy. Like, yo. Hey, yo. All right, you got one more.
Never. Oh, man. Aaron Pryor.
Yeah. Aaron Pryor. Aaron Pryor was good. He was good. Aaron Pryor was good.
But the only reason why Aaron Pryor lost the fight was because of drugs. He lost only one fight because of drugs.
And you know, that's what bothers me. Shout out my little man. I see him on here. I got a little man, Puerto Rican. His name is Edgar Balanga. He just knocked somebody out on ESPN. He's 14-0, 14 knockouts first round.
Congratulations.
And as just being an OG, because I don't make no money with him or nothing. You know, I try to tell him, you know, stay focused. He's focused and everything. But, you know, this game, man, we watch so many people come up, and the minute they get to where they almost could be, they fuck it up going to these clubs, the strippers, the this, the that. You know, man, and it's hard, man, because I know the lifestyle is crazy. Everybody jump on you, but you gotta stay focused if you want to be a champion and want to be great. You know, it's the truth. Let me tell you something. I got Money Mayweather. I got Tito Trinidad. I got Muhammad Ali. I got Iron Mike Tyson. And I say Sugar Ray Leonard. Yes.
But Sugar Ray Leonard, first loss, Sugar Ray Leonard was a welterweight. He got beat by Roberto Duran, who was a lightweight.
No, but Roberto Duran quit. And I don't.
No. He quit in the second fight.
Right. But he quit. I don't want to disrespect nobody.
No.
Because he was Mano de Tierra. He was the man, but he quit.
Okay, let me tell you what Roberto Duran. Roberto Duran went from 135 pounds all the way to to 160. Let me see, 35. He won at 135. I think 147, 154, and 160. So I think he went to four-weight class.
Let me tell you one of the saddest moments of my life.
But hold on, you know Sugar Ray's first loss was to Roberto Duran.
I know that.
Okay.
I know that, but let me explain something to you. One of the worst moments in my life, one of the saddest moments in my life, my sister passed away, but when we was a little kid, I was like 8 years old. Some boy was picking on her. He was maybe like 13, 14. And she called me. And I rushed him. And he body slammed me. Then I rushed him. And he tripped me. Then I rushed him. He punched me in my face. I fell on the floor. I rushed him like 8 times. And I remember looking at my sister. This guy's bigger than me. This is still a nightmare. And I said, Mama, Lisa, I can't. This moment haunts me to this day as a grown man, where I had to look at my sister and say, I can't, Mama. The man body slammed me 10 times in a row. I can't, Lise. It haunts me to this day. So when somebody gives up, I can't, champ. I'm going to be honest with you. I can't. The man gave up.
I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell everybody on this social media platform.
This is the biggest show in the game. Hold on.
But
Money make. Don't get it. This
I'm
is the
going
biggest show.
I'm going to tell everybody something about this.
Ain't nobody messing with this shit.
No, I'm going to tell you something real on this social media platform. So for everybody can know this. You play baseball, you play basketball, you play football. You don't play boxing. That's a different creature. That right there will make anybody quit. That fight game is different. You know why? Because when a basketball player get hurt, he could take 3 and 4 weeks off. When you in a fight and you get hurt, you got to keep fighting. Ain't no, let me go sit on the bench. You go in for me. I win the you sit on the bench the whole year and you get a ring and you ain't done shit.
Oh, you can't play boxing.
You can't play box. That's a different creature.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Look, I watch this shit. You know, I love when they do the little, where you come from, how you train and shit like this. So they get a guy to play from the Bronx. He box up from the Bronx. He tough. And I know his family. And I'm like, yo, this guy tough as hell. He come from the projects. And then they play the other guy's story. And they be like, this guy runs up mountains every day. He ate rocks for dinner. He this, that. I be like, yo, this guy got a problem. These boxing is an even playing field. These guys come from nothing.
Get all of them. I'm back, Joe.
I said, I love when they tell a story behind the boxes. So I see a guy, he from the Bronx, I'm going for him, and he come from the projects, and he tough. And then he wound up fighting somebody who run up mountains and ate rocks for dinner. I be like, yo, this guy got a problem on his hands. You ain't hear me, champ, huh?
Somebody bothering me, Joe. My fault.
I know. Don't worry about it. I mean, let me tell you something, man. I love you, champ. I know
Joe, you're my brother. I love you too.
I know you give back to so many people, man. And I know you don't talk about it. You're a beautiful person. Whatever you do in life, I'm here to support. 1,000,000%.
So I want to say thank you for that gift too. You know what I'm talking about. That's, you know what I'm saying? That gift, that real expensive gift you got me in Dubai. Thank you.
Mayweather, let me tell you something, man.
That real expensive.
I'm gonna tell him something, yo. Mayweather, I'm gonna tell him something. I saw a jacket one time that only Mayweather could rock in Dubai. I saw it and it said you all over it. I said, the champ gave us so many beautiful moments. Let me buy him this shit right here. And it looked like a force field on you. Like that shit, it looked like Money Mayweather, man. I'm glad I've been able to get you a gift.
Joe, I want to say thank you. And I want to say you keep up the good work. You know, tell your son and your family I said hello, because I know your son be rocking with you sometime. You know, tell him I said hello. Tell the wife I said hello. Tell the family I said hello. And I'm always here for you. You know, it's not. You know, I love you. It's nothing but love. And call me anytime.
I love you, my brother. Thank you so much. Shout out to Kitchy and the whole crew, Harlem, everybody. All right?
All right.
Peace, baby.